Incredible news coming in today that Owen Jones has confirmed that he is a nonce apologist. Owen Jones, the socialist, anti-fascist he-him. The disingenuous little fart who thinks he stands for the worker, yet wouldn't stand 2 seconds on a walk through a council estate, went into bat for BBC presenter Huw Edwards, who's just been arrested on CP allegations. Seems the sort of thing that's typical of a BBC employee, the BBC themselves having a history of covering up sexual abuse, particularly that of children. This was being talked about back in 2023, and Owen Jones devoted many Twitter posts to advocating Huw's innocence, attacking any journalist who dared to cover the story. The Sun is a disgusting rag, and they have to pay for what they've done to Huw Edwards. They tried to destroy someone's life with false claims of illegality involving a minor. We know now there was no criminality. See, he knows, Owen knows there was no criminality. And the Sun have driven a vulnerable man into medical care. He goes on. Guess what? Many people have complicated lives. They're often messy. It's just a bit of a complicated, messy life. Don't worry about it. Millions of people do things which they would be embarrassed about if the rest of the country knew about them. These are not crimes. And for the Sun to destroy an individual on that basis is grotesque. Yes, we have all done things that we're embarrassed about. I mean, I remember shitting my pants at my mate's house when I was a kid, and I had to call out to his mum to come and help me. But I don't think this falls into that category, Owen. Huw is accused of having 37 indecent images of children, including 6 images that are under the most extreme category, which I can only assume would be absolutely horrific. Scotland Yard confirmed the 62-year-old broadcaster was facing 3 charges of making indecent images of children between December 2020 and April 2022. Making images? Apparently the BBC had warned Huw years ago about his conduct following a complaint from a woman in her 40s, which, from what I can tell, might just have been a consensual thing between 2 adults that ended up going sour. Perhaps an unfortunate incident with a crazed fan. However, this arrest is clearly something way beyond that. This is Huw pictured with his mother. I've yet to hear if she's also submitted a sexual assault complaint against him. Interesting that the Crown Prosecution Services were trying to keep this quiet. Yet more proof that the law certainly seems to be on the side of the elites, not on the side of vulnerable children. His TV producer wife has now left him. The only thing that's not clear is how much she actually knew about it before she decided to leave once it hit the headlines. Now let's be fair to Owen, he made those comments before the arrest was made official. But now that Huw is being charged with making indecent images of minors, maybe Owen will have a different take on it all. So what did Owen say following the arrest? At the time, I commented, the police said there was no criminal case. The Sun newspaper claimed it never implied criminality, passing the buck elsewhere. Huw Edwards was hospitalised. Those were the facts I commented on at the time. Nothing more to say. Nothing more to say? This does not look good, Owen. How about saying, hey folks, look, I got this one wrong. At the time, as there was no official news from the police of an arrest, I was assuming Huw's innocence. Obviously, what has come out in the last few days is truly disturbing, and I won't be defending Huw Edwards any longer. And the fact that he hasn't done that makes me wonder what Owen might be hiding.